The latest trailer for The Wheel of Time Season 3. Episode 5 teases major conflicts, shifting allegiances, and a growing power struggle within the White Tower. Moiraine delivers a dire warning about the future, Aviendha moves to seize control of the Aes Sedai, and Rand finds himself caught in the middle of forces trying to either guide him or manipulate him. With Rand now recognized as the Karakarn, the prophesied leader of the Aiel, his destiny is more important than ever. However, Moiraine's visions of multiple futures, each ending in either her or Rand's death, suggest that the stakes have never been higher. Meanwhile, Aviendha's refusal to align with the Dragon Reborn sets the stage for deeper divisions within the White Tower, while Egwene's struggles with dreamwalking bring her into direct conflict with Lanfear, one of the most dangerous Forsaken. This breakdown explores everything the trailer reveals, what it means for the future of Season 3, and how these unfolding events could shape the path to the last battle. Moiraine's warning: a future of death and chaos. Moiraine's desperate plea to the White Tower is one of the most striking moments in the trailer. After witnessing countless possible futures during Rand's trials in Rhuidean, Moiraine has come to a chilling realization. Every path forward leads to either Rand's death or her own. Her warning to the Aes Sedai suggests that the White Tower must align itself with Rand if they want to survive. However, the Tower has a long history of fearing and mistrusting male channelers, and many within its ranks would rather control Rand than support him. Moiraine's plea is likely to be ignored, especially as Aviendha continues to consolidate her power and push for Rand's capture. This sets up a major political conflict within the Aes Sedai, one that could determine whether the White Tower stands with the Dragon Reborn or against him. If the Tower chooses the wrong side, it could be disastrous for everyone. Aviendha's power grab. Aviendha's rise to power within the White Tower is becoming inevitable. Her belief that the Dragon Reborn must be controlled rather than supported puts her in direct opposition to Cywin Sanche, the current Amyrlin seat. If the trailer is any indication, Aviendha is already gathering allies, positioning herself to overthrow Cywin and take control of the Aes Sedai. The political tension within the White Tower is reaching a boiling point. If Aviendha successfully removes Cywin from power, it could lead to a full-blown split among the Aes Sedai, with some sisters choosing to resist her rule. The last time such a division occurred, it weakened the White Tower significantly, leaving it vulnerable at a time when unity was most needed. If history repeats itself, the consequences could be even worse. Aviendha's desire to control Rand, rather than trust him, could also put the Aes Sedai on a collision course with the Dragon Reborn. If she succeeds in capturing him, it would not be long before his allies, Moiraine, the Aiel, and perhaps even some Aes Sedai who oppose Aviendha, move against her. The conflict between Rand and the White Tower is one of the most critical storylines in the Wheel of Time, and this episode may mark the beginning of that confrontation. Egwene's dreamwalking struggles. Egwene's training as a dreamwalker is another key focus of the trailer. Dreamwalking is an incredibly rare ability that allows certain individuals to enter Tel'aran'rhiod, the world of dreams, where thoughts shape reality. However, Egwene is still a novice at this skill, and the trailer suggests that Lanfear is exploiting her inexperience. Lanfear is one of the most powerful Forsaken, and she is especially dangerous in Tel'aran'rhiod, where she can manipulate the dream world with ease. The footage hints that Egwene is being attacked within her own dreams, possibly trapped in illusions created by Lanfear. If she cannot learn to defend herself, she risks being completely controlled by the Forsaken. This episode could be a turning point in Egwene's arc, forcing her to grow stronger and learn how to fight in the world of dreams. If she fails, Lanfear may be able to plant false visions in her mind, mislead her, or even turn her against her allies. The battle between Egwene and Lanfear in Tel'aran'rhiod is not just a personal struggle. It is part of a larger war between the light and the shadow. Rand's growing importance. Rand's transformation into the Dragon Reborn and the Karakarn has made him the most important figure in the world, but has also placed him in a dangerous position. Everyone around him has their own agenda, and the trailer suggests that he is being pulled in multiple directions. Moiraine wants to guide him toward the path that will lead to victory. Elaida and the White Tower see him as something to be controlled. Lanfear and the other Forsaken want to either manipulate him or destroy him. Even Rand's closest allies, such as the Aiel and his friends from the Two Rivers, have different ideas about what he should do next. The question remains, how will Rand react to all of this? The trailer hints at his growing frustration and isolation, suggesting that he may soon decide to reject all outside influences and carve his own path. If that happens, it could mark a dramatic shift in his character, making him even more powerful, but also more unpredictable. Rand's choices in this episode could set the stage for the rest of Season 3. Will he continue to listen to Moiraine? Will he challenge the Aes Sedai directly? Or will he start to embrace his own destiny on his own terms, regardless of what anyone else thinks? What this means for the rest of Season 3. The tension between Rand, the White Tower, and the Forsaken is only growing stronger. This episode could be the turning point that pushes the Aes Sedai into full-scale conflict, fractures Rand's relationships with his allies, and solidifies Lanfear as one of the greatest threats he has ever faced. If the season follows the books, several major developments could happen soon. The White Tower may split into factions, with some Aes Sedai supporting Rand and others opposing him. Egwene may gain a deeper understanding of dreamwalking, making her one of the strongest players in Tel'aran'rhiod. Rand's leadership over the Aiel may be tested, forcing him to prove himself not just as a channeler, but as a ruler. Everything is leading toward the last battle, and every decision made in this episode will have far-reaching consequences. The world is at a tipping point, and the next steps taken by Rand, Moiraine, Egwene, and Elaida will determine whether the forces of light can hold together or whether they will fall into chaos before the true war even begins. Final thoughts. The Wheel of Time Season 3, Episode 5 is shaping up to be one of the most pivotal episodes of the season. Moraine's warning about the future, Elaida's grab for power, Egwene's battle against Lanfear, and Rand's increasing isolation all point toward a moment of crisis that will change everything. With the White Tower on the brink of civil war and Rand caught in a storm of competing agendas, the tension is at an all-time high. Whether this episode will bring resolution or push the story deeper into chaos remains to be seen. But one thing is certain: the pattern is tightening, and the world is racing toward its final confrontation. After the intense revelations and transformations in Episode 4, Episode 5 is likely to focus on the consequences of Rand's journey through Rhuidean, the growing tensions among the Aiel, and the larger conflicts forming across the world. With Rand now marked as the Karakarn, Moiraine burdened by visions of her fate, and the Forsaken continuing to plot in the shadows, the episode will likely set the stage for the next major confrontations. Rand's next steps as the Karakarn. Rand's emergence from Rhuidean, with 2 dragon tattoos on his arms, confirms that he is the Karakarn, the prophesied leader of the Aiel. However, simply bearing the marks does not mean that all Aiel will accept him. The Aiel clans are independent and fiercely loyal to their own traditions. Some will recognize the prophecy and rally behind Rand, while others, particularly the Shido Aiel, led by Couladin, will resist him, claiming he is an outsider who does not deserve their loyalty. Couladin, a proud and aggressive warrior, may attempt to challenge Rand's legitimacy, possibly even claiming that he himself is the true Karakarn. If this happens, it could cause a dangerous split among the Aiel clans, leading to internal conflict just as Rand needs their unity the most. Rand, now armed with knowledge of the Aiel's true past, must decide how to use it. In the books, the revelation that the Aiel were once a peaceful people who followed the way of the leaf is a deeply unsettling truth for many Aiel warriors who have built their entire identity around being fearless fighters. Rand may struggle with whether to reveal this information to all of the Aiel, knowing that it could shake their beliefs and divide them further. Additionally, Rand must consider his larger mission. Moiraine originally planned for him to travel to Tear to claim Kalandor, but now that he has passed the trial of Rhuidean, he may need to adjust his path. Will he still seek Kalandor? Or will he focus on uniting the Aiel first before facing the Forsaken? Moraine's internal struggle. Moraine's journey through Rhuidean left her shaken, as she saw numerous futures in which Lanfear kills her. These visions will weigh heavily on her, making her more cautious and perhaps more secretive than ever. One major question is whether she will reveal what she saw to Rand. If she tells him about her visions, he may lose trust in her, fearing that she will try to manipulate or betray him to avoid her fate. If she keeps the visions to herself, it may make her seem even more distant and controlling, leading to further tensions between them. In addition to her visions, Moiraine has now retrieved Sukarnon, the sangreal that Lanfear mentioned. This powerful artifact may play a major role in the battles to come, but it also raises an important concern. Will Moiraine use it to gain power over Rand? Her motives have always been driven by her mission to prepare Rand for the last battle, but with her visions hinting at betrayal, she may start making desperate choices that could put her at odds with him. Another factor to consider is her relationship with the Aiel Wise Ones. They granted her permission to enter Rhuidean, and they likely expected her to return with greater wisdom. However, the Wise Ones are not easily manipulated, and if Moiraine attempts to influence Rand's decisions, they may challenge her authority. Aviendha's journey. Aviendha, like Rand, has now completed her trial in Rhuidean. She is expected to embrace her role as a Wise One apprentice, but this transition will not be easy for her. For years, Aviendha was a Maiden of the Spear, a warrior dedicated to the Aiel's code of battle. Becoming a Wise One means giving up her weapons and following a new path, something that goes against everything she has known. Some Aiel may question her transformation, and she will likely have to prove herself worthy of this new role. A key aspect of Aviendha's story moving forward will be her growing connection with Rand. If the show follows the books, she will begin to train Rand in Aiel customs, teaching him the ways of the clans and preparing him to lead the Aiel effectively. Their relationship may start to shift from one of distrust and obligation to one of genuine respect and possibly something deeper. Additionally, Aviendha may play a crucial role in protecting Rand from his enemies, both within the Aiel and outside of them. As the Forsaken grow more active, Rand will need allies he can trust, and Aviendha may become one of his most loyal supporters. Egwene's growing power. Egwene has spent much of the season observing events unfold, but Episode 5 may finally push her toward embracing her own destiny. The Wise Ones see something special in her, and they may offer to train her as a Dreamwalker, someone who can navigate Tel'aran'rhiod, the world of dreams. If Egwene begins dreamwalking, it could give her powerful insights into the future and allow her to communicate with people across vast distances. However, it could also make her a target for the Forsaken, as some of them, particularly Lanfear, are also skilled dreamwalkers. Additionally, Egwene may begin to question where her loyalties lie. Should she stay with Rand and the Aiel, or should she return to the White Tower to complete her Aes Sedai training? If she learns about the growing conflict within the Tower, it may force her to choose between her personal ambitions and her responsibilities to her friends. Liandrin's next move. Liandrin has already established herself as a dangerous and manipulative force within the White Tower, using her influence as a member of the Red Ajah, while secretly working for the Black Ajah. With her true allegiance now revealed, her next steps will likely involve further destabilizing the White Tower and advancing the goals of the Dark One. One major question is whether Liandrin will stay in the White Tower or go into hiding. If she remains, she may attempt to sow further discord, especially as Elaida and the Aes Sedai struggle for control. She may also attempt to recruit more sisters into the Black Ajah, further weakening the White Tower from within. Alternatively, Liandrin might leave the tower to join up with the Forsaken directly, possibly aligning herself with Moghedien or another Forsaken to help in their schemes. If she does, she could take on a new mission, perhaps targeting Rand, Nynaeve, or Egwene in some way. Another key element to watch is her rivalry with Nynaeve. If Nynaeve continues growing stronger, Liandrin may attempt to eliminate her before she becomes too much of a threat. Their eventual confrontation could be one of the most intense moments in the season. Moghedien's next move. So far, we have seen Ishamael and Lanfear playing major roles among the Forsaken, but another deadly Forsaken is lurking in the shadows. Moghedien, the Spider. Episode 5 may finally introduce her as a direct threat to the main characters, particularly Nynaeve. Moiraine is known for her stealth, manipulation, and assassination skills. Unlike other Forsaken who confront their enemies head-on, she prefers to work from the shadows, using psychological warfare, illusions, and deception to break her targets before striking. Her primary focus will likely be hunting Nynaeve, who she sees as one of the greatest potential threats to the Dark One's plans. If she appears in Episode 5, she may begin watching Nynaeve in secret, learning about her weaknesses before making a move. One terrifying possibility is that Moiraine will trap Nynaeve inside Tel'aran'rhiod, the world of dreams, as she does in the books. This could lead to Nynaeve's first real battle with a Forsaken, forcing her to confront both her fears and her raw, untamed power. If Moiraine aligns with Liandrin, they could work together to strike against Nynaeve and Egwene, using their combined knowledge of the One Power to outmaneuver them. Moiraine's dilemma: can she escape her fate? Moiraine is deeply shaken by the visions she saw in Rhuidean. Each future she witnessed ended with her death, often at Lanfear's hands. These visions may push Moiraine toward more desperate actions as she tries to find a way to alter fate. The biggest question for Moiraine is whether she will tell Rand the truth. If she confesses what she saw, Rand may start doubting her motives, fearing that she will betray him to save herself. If she keeps the vision secret, it could drive a deeper wedge between them, especially as Rand becomes more independent. Additionally, Moiraine now possesses Sarkhanen, a powerful sangreal. If she chooses to use it, she may become even more dangerous, potentially rivaling the Forsaken in power. However, using such a dangerous artifact could come at a great cost, possibly pushing her closer to the fate she fears most. Moiraine's relationship with the Wise Ones is also worth watching. They may expect her to act with greater wisdom and caution now that she has seen the truth. If she tries to control Rand too forcefully, they could turn against her, forcing her to rely on new allies or betray old ones. One potential twist is that Moiraine may seek out other Aes Sedai, possibly attempting to warn Siuan Sanche about what is coming. However, with the White Tower in chaos, this may not go as she hopes. Final thoughts. Episode 5 will likely focus on Rand embracing his role as the Karakarn, Moiraine dealing with her visions, and the growing threats from the Forsaken, the White Tower, and internal Aiel conflicts. With multiple factions moving toward confrontation, the show is setting up for a massive battle and a significant power shift in the world. The second half of the season will likely bring chaos, betrayal, and war, with Rand forced to make difficult choices that will shape the fate of the world.